Tonight we can show you the true ordeal suffered by those trapped in a Pakistan.
It's an apex predator and you definitely get nervous.
Oh, wow.
Birds have the most amazing perspectives, soaring high above and taking in sweeping vistas. This idea sparked the invention of drones, which have advanced to the point of stealthily capturing footage without detection. As a result, we've discovered some seriously strange occurrences, and we've curated a list of the top 20 weird things caught on camera by a drone. Number 20. Drones unveil hidden wonder. The Sud Wetland. In recent years, the Sud Wetland, a vast natural wonder in South Sudan, has found itself under the spotlight thanks to the remarkable capabilities of drones. These unmanned aerial vehicles have played a pivotal role in uncovering the mysteries and ecological importance of the Sud Wetland, bringing it to the forefront of scientific exploration and conservation efforts. Traditionally, the Sud Wetland was a challenging place to study due to its remote location, dense vegetation, and seasonally changing landscapes. However, the deployment of drones equipped with cutting-edge technology has transformed our understanding of this unique ecosystem. Drones have enabled researchers to capture high-resolution images, collect data, and monitor changes in the wetland's water levels, vegetation, and wildlife. This technology has been instrumental in tracking migratory patterns of bird species, assessing the impact of climate change, and studying the intricate relationships within the wetland's ecosystem. One of the most significant contributions of drones to the study of the Sud Wetland has been their ability to provide a bird's-eye view of the region, allowing scientists to create detailed maps and models. This newfound perspective has unveiled the vast expanse of the wetland and its critical role in regulating water flow in the Nile River basin, influencing regional climate patterns and supporting a rich biodiversity. Number 19. Drones uncover pandemic's hidden tragedy. Hart Island's mass burial site. In the spring of 2020, when the world was grappling with the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, a chilling discovery that would shed light on the hidden tragedy unfolding on Hart Island was made. New York City, once bustling and vibrant, found itself in the epicenter of the crisis. Hospitals were overwhelmed, and the city's morgues were running out of space to handle the growing number of casualties. It was a time of sorrow and despair, and one place that would come to symbolize the pandemic's toll was Hart Island. Hart Island has a long history as a burial ground for the city's unclaimed and indigent deceased. For over a century, the island had quietly served as the final resting place for those without families or means to provide a proper burial. However, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the island's role would become much more prominent. As the death toll from the virus continued to rise, reports started to surface about mass burials taking place on Hart Island. Families were unable to hold traditional funerals for their loved ones, and the city had to resort to this solemn and somber alternative. However, the true extent of what was happening on the island remained hidden from the public eye until a new kind of hero emerged. Drones. Drones found an unexpected purpose during this crisis. They became a tool for truth and transparency, revealing the harsh reality of the pandemic's impact on New York City. As the city's residents stayed home to curb the spread of the virus, drones took to the skies to document the mass burials on Hart Island. One of the earliest and most significant drone flights over Hart Island was captured by a local photographer, Jeremy Cogan. He used his drone to capture hauntingly beautiful yet heart-wrenching footage of workers in hazmat suits burying the deceased in long trenches. The images and videos he captured struck a chord with people worldwide, offering an unfiltered view of the pandemic's devastating consequences. Cogan's drone footage was widely shared on social media and picked up by news organizations. It became a stark reminder of the urgency of the situation and the need for collective action to combat the virus. As the footage went viral, more drone operators joined the cause, eager to document this moment in history. News outlets such as the New York Times, CNN, and BBC began using drones to provide aerial coverage of Hart Island. These images revealed not only the scope of the pandemic's impact, but also the incredible efforts of healthcare workers, first responders, and cemetery staff who were working tirelessly to provide a dignified farewell to those who had succumbed to the virus. The drone footage didn't just capture the physical reality of the mass burials, it also highlighted the emotional toll the pandemic was taking on families. The inability to hold proper funerals and say goodbye in traditional ways added to the pain and grief of those who had lost loved ones. The images of the isolated graves on Hart Island became a symbol of the isolation and helplessness felt by many during the pandemic. As the months passed and the pandemic's grip on the city slowly began to loosen, the use of drones continued to evolve. Drones were employed to monitor social distancing, enforce lockdown measures, and even deliver essential medical supplies in some cases. Number 18, shaped like a person. Some destinations capture our attention due to their breathtaking landscapes, historical significance, or unique features. But occasionally, a place gains notoriety for an entirely unexpected reason. Such is the case with the small Sicilian village of Centuripe, which has recently gone viral for its distinctive shape, one that remarkably resembles a human figure with outstretched arms and legs. Photographer and drone pilot Pio Andrea Perry, a native of Centuripe, stumbled upon this extraordinary discovery while browsing Google Earth. Intrigued, he decided to employ his drone to capture this unique perspective from the skies. Flying his drone as high as possible above the village, Perry took a series of aerial photographs. To create the complete image of Centuripe, Perry had to stitch together multiple shots due to the drone's altitude limitations. The end result was a remarkable panoramic view that revealed Centuripe's uncanny resemblance to a human figure. Two longer stretches of buildings formed the arms, two others resembled legs, and a shorter section constituted the head. The photographs taken in 2021 resurfaced on social media, leaving viewers awestruck by the village's striking similarity to a person. Some saw a man lying down, while others perceived a starfish in the village's layout. These images ignited a wave of admiration and discussion, with people expressing their fascination and appreciation for Centuripe's unusual shape. Despite the praise, some skeptics accused Perry of doctoring the images, doubting the authenticity of Centuripe's unique layout. However, these doubts were dispelled as curious individuals verified the village's shape on Google Earth. Many personally apologized to Perry for their initial skepticism, acknowledging the genuine nature of his photographs. Perry, a self-taught photographer, took pride in his work and the effort it took to create the final composite image. He manually overlaid around 18 shots in post-production, a meticulous process that consumed 2 hours of editing. The mayor of Centuripe even recognized Perry's contribution for showcasing the town's unique aspect and invited him to stage an exhibition of his photographs. Centuripe itself is a charming ancient town nestled on a hill approximately 730 meters above sea level. Its layout and design trace back to the 16th century, characterized by narrow, winding streets leading to terraced buildings. These alleys were originally designed for transporting animals. Number 17, golf gone wrong. In a remarkable incident that unfolded at a golf course in New South Wales, 8-year-old Ruby Kavanagh showcased her astonishing talent and quick reflexes by knocking out a hovering drone with a precision golf swing. This unexpected turn of events demonstrated the incredible potential of children when nurtured in the right environment. As the clock ticked from 2:01 to 2:03, Ruby stood on the lush green golf course, focusing intensely on her swing. She positioned herself, aligning her shot with utmost precision. At 2:06, she unleashed her swing, sending the golf ball soaring into the azure sky. Little did she know that her shot would become an internet sensation. The golf ball struck a drone that had been capturing the picturesque moment. The impact was captured on video, and Ruby's reaction was nothing short of astonishment. She gasped, her hand instinctively covering her mouth as she muttered words of apologies. However, she was swiftly forgiven by the adults present, equally astounded by the incident. The video of Ruby's incredible feat quickly went viral, eliciting a tidal wave of reactions. Many called for Ruby to receive professional coaching, recognizing her immense potential in the world of golf. Others praised her extraordinary talent and pinpoint accuracy.
Oh, wow.
Number 16, drone captures shark moment. Imagine a tranquil day at the beach, with surfers riding the waves and windsurfers enjoying the breeze on a clear blue afternoon. Little did they know that danger was lurking beneath the waves precisely at 5:10. Amidst the idyllic scene, a massive white pointer shark silently observed the surfers at 5:11. It's a scenario that's difficult to fathom, the exhilaration of surfing juxtaposed with the presence of a formidable predator. The crucial moment was captured by a 14-year-old boy who happened to be at the beach with his father. This young observer, named Zach Berman, had a unique mission. He was a wildlife drone photographer, intent on monitoring shark activity along the coastline. Zach's drone took flight, meticulously scanning the waters for any signs of sharks. However, What he discovered left him both astonished and terrified. The drone's camera revealed a colossal white pointer shark silently circling a group of unsuspecting surfers, as if contemplating them as potential prey. The most disconcerting part of this scene was the surfers' complete lack of awareness. They continued to ride the waves, blissfully ignorant of the imminent danger lurking beneath the surface. Zach urgently alerted his father, who wasted no time in notifying beach security officials. Thanks to their swift actions, a potential disaster was averted, and nobody suffered harm. The surfers were rescued from the brink of danger, unaware of the peril that had so closely shadowed them. Number 15. Strange sinkholes. Turkey has been witnessing a remarkable and somewhat alarming phenomenon, the sudden appearance of massive and eerie sinkholes. These surreal geological formations have captured the attention of scientists, locals, and the world at large, largely thanks to the use of drones for exploration and documentation. The Turkish landscape, particularly in the breadbasket of the Turkish plains, is increasingly marred by these sinkholes, with over 2,000 of them scattered across the region. This proliferation of sinkholes has raised concerns among farmers and residents alike. The surge in sinkholes can be attributed to a complex interplay of geological factors, exacerbated by human activities. One of the primary factors contributing to this phenomenon is the extensive use of groundwater for irrigation by local communities. Turkey's agricultural sector heavily relies on groundwater, and as demand for it has grown, it has led to the depletion of underground aquifers. Concurrently, a period of drought has gripped the region, further intensifying the stress on these underground reservoirs. Underneath the surface of the Turkish plains lies a geological composition that is particularly susceptible to sinkhole formation. The presence of limestone, carbonate rock, salt beds, and other soluble rocks creates the perfect conditions for the dissolution of these materials when groundwater flows through them. As the groundwater slowly dissolves these rocks, it creates empty spaces and caverns underground. This natural process is not unusual in areas with such geological characteristics. What makes sinkholes so fascinating yet equally concerning is that they often remain hidden from view until they reach a critical point. The land above these underground cavities can appear stable for a considerable period. However, when these subterranean spaces become too extensive and lack sufficient support from the surrounding rock layers, a sudden and dramatic collapse of the land surface occurs. The sinkholes that have been discovered in Turkey range in size from relatively small disruptions to massive chasms that can engulf entire structures. This unpredictable nature of sinkhole formation adds to the apprehension of local residents, especially when these sinkholes encroach dangerously close to residential homes and vital infrastructure such as roads. Scientists and experts are working closely with local authorities to develop strategies for mitigating the risks associated with sinkholes, including the potential damage to property and infrastructure. Number 14. Siberian tiger. A group of Siberian tigers at a farm in China's Heilongjiang province recently spotted and engaged with a drone. They mistook it for a potential threat or food. When the tigers saw the drone, their instincts kicked in, and they all rose to confront this unexpected visitor. Initially, the chubby and overweight tigers struggled to bring down the drone. However, a younger tiger eventually leaped and successfully brought the drone down. The tigers were jubilant about their victory and began tearing the drone apart. However, their celebration was cut short when smoke started emanating from the damaged drone, startling the tigers. Fearing the smoke, the tigers quickly retreated from the drone. Later, a well-protected vehicle collected the remains of the drone from the farm. The primary objective of the tigers, which was to engage with the drone, had been accomplished. Number 13. Abandoned polar bear house. These striking images were taken on Kukin Island, located within the Chukotka Autonomous Okrug. The island is home to a weather station established way back in 1934, but it has remained abandoned since 1992, leaving the station's structures desolate for more than 3 decades. Situated in the Arctic tundra of northeastern Siberia, Kukin Island unexpectedly hosts a population of polar bears. Around 20 of these magnificent creatures can be observed strolling around and leisurely lounging near the deserted weather station. Nearby Wrangel Island is renowned for having one of the highest concentrations of polar bear dens on Earth, where numerous female polar bears nurture their cubs during the winter months. Visiting Wrangel Island is no simple task due to its remote and hard-to-reach location. However, this isolation has become a haven for the local wildlife, providing an ideal setting for these remarkable bear sightings. The awe-inspiring photographs and videos of the polar bears didn't come easily. Understandably, stepping onto the island was considered too perilous on that particular day. Instead, a drone equipped with low-noise propellers was utilized to discreetly capture these stunning shots without disturbing the bears. Number 12. A rotating supercell. A photographer and storm chaser recently achieved their ultimate goal, capturing the awe-inspiring formation of a colossal rotating supercell. This remarkable event marked the culmination of 4 trips to the Central Plains since 2010 in pursuit of this elusive spectacle. Their journey led them to northern Texas last week, where their relentless pursuit finally paid off. Supercell thunderstorms are a unique and awe-inspiring natural phenomenon. Have you ever gazed at the sky and witnessed a towering storm cloud with an expansive anvil stretching as far as the eye can see? If so, you've likely beheld a supercell thunderstorm. Supercells are distinct from regular thunderstorms because of their rotating updrafts. These rotating updrafts are a result of changes in wind direction and speed with altitude. When these supercells develop, they frequently unleash a range of severe weather, including destructive winds, large hail, and tornadoes. In fact, some of the most devastating tornadoes are associated with supercells. What makes this particular encounter even more extraordinary is that the duo had to drive directly through the storm system to capture their footage. It's important to note that storm chasing can be extremely dangerous, and professionals take many precautions to stay safe. Fortunately, in this case, their dedication paid off without the storm producing a tornado. Their journey may have been challenging and even perilous at times, but in the end, it was all worth it. Number 11. A speeding UFO. In 2016, a remarkable UFO sighting occurred near Beaver, Utah, captured by a film crew working on a documentary. This intriguing footage only surfaced recently, despite being filmed years ago. The crew had been using a drone to capture some B-roll footage for their documentary when they stumbled upon this inexplicable event. Upon reviewing the recorded footage in their hotel room, the crew noticed a white object streaking through the sky at an astonishing speed. The UFO appeared to emerge suddenly from the nearby hills and swiftly passed by their recording drone. Its velocity was so immense that it caused distortion, making it difficult to ascertain its true form. UFO enthusiasts have lauded this footage as one of the best pieces of evidence of unexplained aerial phenomena. When viewed at normal speed, the object traverses the frame in a blink of an eye, with some estimates suggesting speeds of up to 500 miles per hour. However, when the footage is slowed down, it becomes clear that the object originated from the hills, executing a turn that resembles the movement of a conventional aircraft. As with many UFO sightings, opinions on this footage vary widely. Some viewers speculate about advanced human technology, while others dismiss it as a bird, plane, or even computer-generated imagery, CGI. It's important to note that this sighting occurred relatively close to Area 51, a secretive and classified military facility, which adds an additional layer of intrigue to the event. Number 10. Rice paddy art. Rice paddy art is a remarkable blend of modern technology and ancient agricultural traditions. It involves creating intricate images using differently colored crops in Japanese rice fields, a practice that has been ongoing since 1993 in a small village in northern Japan. This artistic endeavor not only revitalizes the village's cultural heritage, but also transforms vast expanses of earth into breathtaking visual displays. Interestingly, similar ancient practices can be found worldwide, from the vast drawings of ancient Peruvian NASA people to chalk figures etched into British hillsides and the Native American Great Serpent Mound in Ohio. Japan's distinctive contribution to this ancient art form is symbolized by the iconic 10. The origins of this idea can be traced back to a small town that had traditionally relied on rice farming but faced economic challenges and a declining population. Over the years, the designs have grown increasingly elaborate. Every May, approximately 1,300 volunteers come together, employing computer image processing software to carefully plant various rice varieties in intricate patterns. By the time summer arrives, their hard work blossoms into a stunning spectacle that draws thousands of tourists. These creations cover a wide range of themes, including tributes to Western cinematic classics like Gone with the Wind and Roman Holiday, popular franchises like Star Wars, as well as depictions of Japanese mythological figures and beloved local television personalities. Number 9. Pakistan scene. In this captivating moment captured by a drone, we witness a dramatic scene high above a remote valley in Pakistan. A cable car, suspended 900 feet above the ground, dangles precariously over a deep ravine. Passengers can be seen clinging desperately to the grills and pole as they await rescue. This gripping footage, exclusively obtained by the BBC and widely shared on social media, reveals the harrowing moments preceding the successful rescue operation. The rescue mission involved military helicopters and zipline experts who worked tirelessly to save the 8 individuals, including 6 school children, who were trapped in the cable car for over 15 hours. The operation commenced with a helicopter evacuating 2 children to safety, but was forced to return to base after 12 hours in the dark. Subsequently, rescuers ingeniously utilized the cable that held the gondola in place as a makeshift zip line to bring the remaining passengers to safety. Cable cars like these are integral to connecting remote villages and towns in regions where traditional roads are impractical, commonly serving the northern areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province and Gilgit-Baltistan in Pakistan. Number 8. Drone captures man sunbathing. A man's audacious choice to sunbathe atop a towering 200-foot wind turbine is on full display as captured by a drone. This extraordinary act unfolded without a hint of apprehension, revealing a thrilling and somewhat daring adventure. The drone pilot initially embarked on a mission to capture random footage of the city from above when this unexpected spectacle took center stage. The man, perched high above, seemed to relish a peaceful nap, sipping on a beverage and casually scrolling through his phone, savoring a truly unique moment of tranquility in the sky. As the drone pilot carefully approached to capture the man's expression, a surprising interaction unfolded. The man suddenly noticed the drone's presence and gazed up, briefly assessing whether it posed any potential threat or was merely an ordinary drone passing by. After a closer look, he realized the drone was harmless and playfully waved at it, leaving the drone pilot both amused and captivated. Number 7. Flying drone stumbles on clown. A man flying a drone over a cornfield for an Instagram video stumbled upon an unexpected surprise. At first, he mistook a figure for a scarecrow, but upon closer inspection, he found it to be a clown. The clown, upon noticing the drone, hastily fled the cornfield. The video has sparked various online reactions, with some speculating the clown might be a thief, while others suspect it's a staged stunt for followers. What are your thoughts on this incident? Number 6. African woman fears drone. A woman from Africa was gripped by fear when confronted by a drone. The upcoming video showcases 2 men playing a prank on her by flying a drone near her home. Upon spotting the drone, she let out a frightened scream, visibly shaken by its presence. The men found her reaction amusing and couldn't contain their laughter. As the drone moved closer, she began calling for her husband, mistakenly believing it to be a helicopter, but received no response. This video has generated diverse reactions online, with some finding it humorous while others empathize with the woman's fear. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In this snapshot, we've got a group of people hanging out by the water, totally unaware of the camera. They're all geared up for something, which makes you wonder what's going on. It's the kind of shot that could grab attention on the front page of a newspaper, revealing a secret or surprise that nobody was meant to see. A perfect headline would be, "No one had to see this, drone captures what no one was supposed to see." Is it a politician's shenanigans, or could there be a mutant creature in the mix? We can only guess from this image. Got any theories? Feel free to drop them in the comment section. Number 5. Erupting volcano. Drone captures a close-up view of an erupting volcano. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be near one? This clip, which you're about to watch, shows the moment when a drone recorded a volcano eruption, with lava bubbling near Iceland's capital, Reykjavik. To reach the inaccessible volcano, the drone operator braved the snow and biked 7 kilometers. Once there, they captured images of lava flowing from the crater down the volcano's slope and into the lava field. This eruption, which occurred near Fagradalsfjall, a mountain on the Reykjanes Peninsula in southwest Iceland, was the first on the peninsula since the 12th century. It followed thousands of smaller earthquakes in recent weeks. The video, shot from various angles, presents the eruption in a breathtaking yet intimidating manner. It has garnered numerous reactions online, with many people expressing awe at the sheer beauty and intensity of the scene. Number 4. Shade balls discovered. Nestled alongside the clock's hands, we discover a peaceful lake embellished with an ingenious solution: shade balls. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power introduced this ecological marvel, deploying nearly 400,000 of these spherical protectors in the Ivanhoe Reservoir since 2008. The driving force behind this initiative? Environmental conservation. Over the years, more significant milestones were achieved, such as the deployment of 96 million shade balls into the Los Angeles Reservoir in 2015. This demonstrated a profound commitment to water quality and conservation. Experts lauded these shade balls for their ability to shield water contaminants, significantly reducing reservoir evaporation by an impressive 85 to 90% during droughts. Californians, who are no strangers to droughts, celebrated the estimated 290 million gallons of water saved annually, enough to quench the thirst of 8,100 people. Shade balls, those small plastic spheres made of high-density polyethylene infused with carbon black, floated gracefully on the reservoir's surface. Measuring approximately 4 inches in diameter and cleverly partially filled with water to resist wind interference, their primary mission was to prevent the formation of the carcinogenic chemical bromate, which arises when naturally occurring bromine interacts with chlorine in the presence of sunlight. The advantages extended beyond bromate prevention. These ingenious shade balls reduced evaporation, hindered troublesome algae growth, and provided a haven from aerial intruders, protecting bodies of water from avian landings. This momentous release of shade balls left an enduring impression, transforming the reservoir's fate. Some likened its appearance to a goblet adorned with a chandelier, while others saw a different shape altogether. Number 3. Girl caught suntanning naked. A group of teenage boys were flying a drone over the city when they encountered a hilarious and unspeakable sight. The boys had decided to go on an adventure with their drone by taking pictures of the roofs of most of the city's houses when they abruptly came to a stop when they encountered a lady suntanning on top of the roof naked. The lady who seems unaware of their presence is the one in the video. The woman swiftly stood up behind a wall after being enraged and annoyed by the circumstance. The boys thought she was attempting to get away and followed her, only to encounter an irate woman with a stick in her hand, aiming to bring down the drone. The boys were quicker and quickly moved their drone away from the hit of the stick hoisting towards their drone, but the woman never gave up as she pursued the drone out of the roof and out of seconds before she takes notice of a drone hovering over her head. Annoyed and enraged by the situation, the lady quickly moved the drone away. She appeared to be trying to escape, so the boys immediately followed her. However, when they did, they encountered an irate woman with a stick in her hand who was attempting to bring the drone to the ground. The boys were quicker than the woman, however, and quickly moved their drone away from the stick's approach. Despite this, the woman persisted as she pursued the drone off the roof and out of sight. Number 2. Drone collides with plane. A drone collided with a plane during takeoff, which is a highly dangerous situation. While flying drones is generally allowed in many areas, there are restrictions in place, especially around airports. However, in this case, the drone operator flew their drone over the runway just as a plane was preparing to take off, causing damage to the plane's wings. The incident was captured on video, and it showed the moment when the drone hit the plane's wings, causing panic among the passengers. Everyone on the plane seemed scared and alarmed by what had happened. The drone operator claimed that their intention was simply to capture an aerial view of the city and that they didn't intend to cause any harm or unrest. Nevertheless, the incident stirred strong reactions online. Some people condemned the drone operator for their reckless actions and the disruption caused to the plane and the airport. Others were more forgiving, viewing it as a mistake rather than a deliberate act. Number 1. Police drone saves the day. A missing pensioner's harrowing ordeal came to an end thanks to a drone. Peter Pugh, a 75-year-old pensioner, had gone missing during a family outing on a Norfolk beach. After nearly a day of searching, the police received a report about his disappearance and promptly initiated a search effort. Ultimately, it was a police drone that spotted him submerged in water amidst thick reeds in the nearby Titwell marshes. Rescue teams swiftly moved to his location, bringing him to safety. The family expressed their profound gratitude to the police for their unwavering dedication in locating and ensuring the elderly man's well-being after his nearly day-long disappearance. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.